Hi everybody, it's Violet Kitty, and this is a house that I just finished building. It's pretty late at night, and I just wanted to do a quick tour. Somebody on Facebook actually put a call out saying she wanted to have her childhood home in the game, but she wasn't any good at building, but she had the floor plans, she had photos, and I'm like, challenge accepted. I absolutely love building from actual architectural plans. They do present a difficulty because, of course, you have to work within the constraints of the game. I don't use any cheats other than move objects. So this is completely cheat-free. It's completely mod-free, but I think it turned out quite well. Now, the plans were in some Scandinavian language, I believe Norwegian, but I'm not an expert. So I did my best. Between working with the floor plan and the actual photos, I think I did a pretty good job. Now, this roof was very challenging, and I had a choice. I could either sacrifice the roof or I could sacrifice the upper floor plan because I couldn't have both perfect. I chose to sacrifice the upper floor plan. I didn't actually really sacrifice it, but I had to dink around with it a bit to kind of make it work. And we'll see that here in just a couple minutes. But let's kind of do a quick tour. So this is the outside. I chose to put this in Windenburg because the home is in a very open, rolling meadows area. And Windenburg is actually in Northern Europe, very, very Scandinavian. As a matter of fact, the Björgsons, that's a pretty Scandinavian name, they are very Scandinavian. So putting it in Windenburg made sense. So that's where this is. It's on the only large empty lot in Windenburg. It's a 40 by 30 lot. So the first thing we see here is that we do have a garage with a toy car that doesn't operate because it just doesn't. We can view it, and that's about all. But the garage is actually a functional garage. It doesn't, of course, this garage door doesn't function, but you can spray graffiti, you can paint a mural or whatever, whatever turns you on. Inside the garage, there's some skill building objects, the floral bench, the woodworking bench, and the archaeology bench, as well as the mural tape on the back wall and the scouting badge tripod. So a couple things in there, skill, because what do you do in your garage if you don't keep junk or cars in it? You use it for skill building. When I was a kid, we actually used our garage as a playroom because we lived in Florida and, it was pretty warm year round, so that was a good use for a garage. Okay, so there's that. Let's go ahead and we're going to not try to do a tour through, like a first person tour. I don't know how to do that. I'm not any good at it, so we're not going to try. I am just going to page down and tip my camera up, and we'll see what we have going on here. All right, so we enter through the hall, through here, the very nice little front porch with a sitting area and some plants and greenery and an indoor-outdoor rug. Then a nice little entrance way where you can sit, remove your shoes, and put away your umbrella. I might go ahead and just put a coat, some coat hooks over here because that just makes sense, or over here, one of those two, that makes sense. Directly across from the entrance is this large kitchen. And yes, I've tested everything to make sure that she can get around it, and she can. Might be a little more challenging if there's more than one sim in the home, but it is seatable for 4 people. We've got microwave, coffee maker, refrigerator, stove, sink, dishwasher, and some various few little clutter pieces. I didn't add a whole lot in the way of decoration or clutter because I wanted the person who asked this for this to kind of be able to make it her own. And myself, I like to put things that my Sims craft around as my decoration, so I didn't do too much. Directly across from there and next to the entrance is a very tiny little water closet, and it is actually listed as a WC in the Norwegian blueprints, because it's very common for all European languages just to refer to them as WCs, water closets. So it was right there. There was a tiny little sink, but I did play test it. The sink didn't work. I didn't think it would, but I figured I'd give it a go, and no, it didn't. So here we have the bathroom. It's not actually an ensuite bathroom. It is across the hall from what would be her parents' room on the first floor. And in older European homes, it's very common that there's no ensuite bathroom. I mean, I assume in maybe grander European homes or more modern European homes, yes, but this is a very rustic on the outside, very modern on the inside. So yeah, very clean, pretty much all the walls were white except for the accent wall behind the parents' bed. It was a wallpaper that wasn't even like anything I had, so I just put up one that I liked. These are two very large wardrobes that I shrunk down. I put a shelf on top of it so I could put a light there. So yeah. Out here we have a nice sitting area where the parents can enjoy morning coffee and paper and each other's presence. There's a dishwasher and an espresso machine to do that. It is a sheltered overhang, so it's a nice place to sit. Here we have a place to paint where you can enjoy your beautiful natural surroundings, paint from reference, paint Clara Bjergsen jogging by. That's always possible. Okay. Continuing with the tour, we have a formal all-purpose room. So this is the sitting, a formal sitting room, conversation area, formal dining room over here, dining area. It's not a dining room, it's not enclosed, but a formal dining area. And the more formal activities, your guitar, your piano, violin, the bonsai trees. Directly out, we have an outdoor dining area, grill, sidebar, and knitting and crochet, or not crochet, cross stitch right here. Now going up, we did put a slight turn in the staircase, and we come up on this landing where we have a foosball table. Now this is where I had to you have to suspend your disbelief a little bit, because these three walls right here don't actually exist in the floor plan, but I couldn't get away from them because of the nature of using the roof and having playable roofs. So I did make these playable roofs very functional. In here we have a little game room, and the console has been shrunken down, but when you click on the TV, it's close enough. It's been paired, and it is intentionally mismatched. It's kind of like what you would throw in your game room, the older stuff that doesn't really go with anything else. Like mom and dad got married, one brought one thing, the other brought another thing, and then they bought something together to kind of pull it all together, and that was their first furniture from when they first got married. So that's what's in that room. So that's the game room. Across the hall is a tiny little library using mostly Tiny Living stuff and some shrunk down bookcases, so they fit the half wall here, and it's very cute with the teal. My favorite decorator color, by the way, absolutely favorite decorator color. It's all over, you can, right up here, teal, turquoise, aqua, love that. And in here is the comfortable where we can have a family movie night and things like that. Much more comfortable sitting area. And then we have some bedrooms over here. Oh, I do have a nice large art installation on this wall just because I thought it was fun and neat. And there is some artwork around the house. I didn't completely eschew it. Okay, so we're going to move back up into the bird's eye view. All right, there's a tiny little bedroom here. So I used the loft bed, desk, computer, lamp. It had if there's a closet in it, it's because it was actually in the floor plan. So this is a tiny little bedroom. Across the hall is a slightly larger bedroom, more like a teenage girl bedroom. Well, both of the other two bedrooms here are kind of teenage girls because I like the girly colors. I didn't even think about it until just now. But so more, very purple room. Everything has been play tested. The number one thing I had to play test was making sure that the stuff under the roof line worked. And then this, again, not an ensuite. This is what I would choose as the main bedroom. Again, this is my color. But we have a very long bathroom here with the lovely garden tub, 2 sinks, and bedroom, and another closet. Now these half walls are actually a little taller than the other side because they were further away from the edge of the roof. And I don't know if she can actually change her outfit. I can use everything else now in order to, I've been able to use everything. I tested that she can use all the computers, and she can, so that works. I don't think she can actually get to that dresser. If you wanted to do that, you'd have to reorient where this is, because in order to do that, she has to go around through here, through the, let's put it up so you can see how it is. She has to go through these galleries right here in order to get there, and she wasn't able to, but I'm leaving it as is, because if only one person is using the room, it's fine. But if 2 people need to sleep in this, if 2 Sims need to sleep in this, she wouldn't be able to do that. I didn't assign it, but apparently it got assigned, which is fine. So that's the house. There is a basement. I did not furnish it except for the bathroom. Now the bathroom, according to the plans, would have been right here, but I didn't like it there. I liked it over here for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's in the corner. Number 2, from an architectural point, it would actually be directly below where the main floor is and the second floor is. So that's where I put it. I don't know what you intend to do. When I play a basement, I usually have that for skill purposes. Clubs, I might put a spa down there. If you feel the need to kill a sim, a basement is a good place to do it. So anyway, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you're pleased. I hope it reminds you of your childhood home. And I just wish you the best and happy simming. I'll see you in the pixelated world. And that's all I have to say. VK out.